Hello everybody, Dan here. Welcome back to Daily Soap Dish. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below because we cover a ton of 90 Day Fiancé right here on the channel. All right guys, so let's get into it. Today we're going to be talking about Julio Moya from USA and his ex, Kirsten Shoemaker, from the Netherlands. And you know, this couple, I'm not even sure why they were brought in on the tell-all. I spoke about this in the last video that we did about them, but now we have a little bit more information about what is going on with them. So this might be the last and final video that we ever do on these two. However, there is some speculation that Julio might be coming back on the show with his new girlfriend. So we're going to touch on that a little bit. It's just some speculation right now. Nothing too serious, but basically, let's wind it back a little bit and let's see what happened on yesterday's tell-all episode. And then we're going to take a look and see who this new girlfriend potentially is. So Julio brought an audio recording of Kirsten's alleged infidelities on the tell-all. That said, it didn't actually prove that she cheated. In the tape, Kirsten said she understood that she messed up after Julio was upset about her alleged friendship with another woman. I have never had a woman hurt me as much as you did. I was in love with you, literally thought I was going to marry you, and this whole time you were talking to a whole another effing man, he said to Kirsten, who appeared virtually. When Kirsten claimed that there was no relationship, just an ongoing friendship with the man, he rebutted that cheating is not just like the physical sex. Then it was Kirsten's turn to share her own side. She cried as she said Julio is currently in a relationship with a woman that he actually met while they were together. I saw that they're on dates together and on vacations. So that's literally the real way why he broke up with me, because he found somebody else. And now he's like blaming me. Julio denied the relationship before he split from Kirsten, but did admit to meeting the woman at a wedding during his relationship to Kirsten. So that's kind of more or less the gist of what happened on the tell-all. And then, of course, we had some of the cast members chime in as well. A lot of them were a little confused, at least based on what I saw. Their body language was a little all over the place. It was as if they completely forgot that Julio and Kirsten were on the season. Tim was one of the more vocal critics, especially of Kirsten. But the rest of the cast members, they weren't sure where they stood on the whole thing. Now, this is the issue that I had, and I said this on the last video where we spoke about these two. These allegations, they were from a previous time that these two were together when they were in the Netherlands. They were not in America, and so I never really understood the point of bringing this up, because it never made any sense. It's as if these two were basically broken up and they had no relationship going on to this season of 90 Day Fiancé the other way. And so they just kind of went through it. But then 3 episodes in, there was no connection there whatsoever. And basically Kirsten left to the Netherlands. Julio was supposed to go with her because that was the whole point, right? This is the other way. It's not called Happily Ever After. It's not called 90 Day Fiancé. It's called the other way. So we expect that the American person is going to fly to the spouse's, home country, and that's going to be the storyline. None of that happened on the season with Julio. It was a complete bust of a storyline. Honestly, it was just really frustrating to watch, and I blame Julio for that. He just changed his tune at some point while they were filming, and he was just no longer into going to the Netherlands for whatever reason. Now we're going to take a look at exactly kind of what happened and why he wasn't into it. But even then, it made no sense. It was as if he just wasn't feeling it anymore, and he just kind of quit, on a job, basically decided to walk out and then just not do it. So who is Julio Moya's new girlfriend after Kirsten split? Now Julio Moya is dating someone new. After his split with Kirsten Shoemaker, Kirsten claims that Julio cheated on her with this woman. So Julio has a new girlfriend, raising questions about whether he cheated on Kirsten Shoemaker. He claims that he had proof of Kirsten cheating, but the cast members were skeptical of her innocence. By the way, what do you guys think? Maybe before we go any further, you guys let me know. Did you guys think that Julio's proof was enough? I'm not sure that I saw it that way. I thought it was some pretty lackadaisical or lackluster proof, in my opinion. She's just kind of saying that, oh, I'm sorry, but it could be anything. It wasn't like she was admitting directly to cheating. And so I didn't really see it as, direct, concrete proof that, she definitely cheated. On the other hand, perhaps he is just projecting what he did onto Kirsten. Perhaps that was the whole reason why he just wasn't into her anymore. He had another woman, and that's what Kirsten is saying. So he confirms that he's currently dating the woman and reveals that she's a makeup artist, sparkling speculation about a potential spinoff with the new girlfriend. So Julio Moya has a new girlfriend, and he may have cheated on Kirsten with this other woman. He's a DJ from New York, and he supposedly dreamed of moving to Europe. His dreams came true when he met Kirsten from the Netherlands on Instagram. Now, after he spent a few weeks with her, Julio filed his paperwork but didn't tell his mom about it. Julio's family was in for a shock when they found out, and he used this as an excuse not to go when it came time for him to move. Julio then broke up with Kirsten over a FaceTime call. Julio said he had proof that Kirsten had cheated on him. He had a screen recording of the messages between Kirsten and her male friend, which he claims Kirsten deleted. He confronted Kirsten about it and recorded the conversation on an audio file. When Kirsten said that she could call a friend to prove she was never in a relationship with him, the cast encouraged her to call him. The call revealed that Kirsten's friend was indifferent to Julio. He kept saying that he didn't have a relationship with Kirsten, but his replies were suspicious, and the cast members realized that Kirsten may have been lying. You guys let me know what you think. Did you guys believe it? I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. So Julio declared that the real reason behind his split was their trust issues. However, Kirsten decided to tell her co-stars why that was not the real reason, so she turned to Julio and said, "You found another girl, and that is her name." The cast appeared stunned as Kirsten asked Julio if he was in a relationship with the woman. Kirsten revealed that Julio met the mystery woman all the way back in September of 2022 and saw them in pictures together. "I'm good at social media, like I'm not stupid," she explained. Kirsten noticed that Julio and the woman went on dates and vacations together, so that's literally the real reason why he broke up. And Kirsten said that Julio had found somebody else and was looking for an excuse to blame her. Kirsten accused Julio of falling in love with the woman and breaking up with her for the same reason. And by the way, I really felt like personally, and I don't really care for Julio, I don't necessarily care that much for Kirsten. I liked her better. She came across as more authentic. It felt like she was trying to at least make the relationship work in the scenes that we do see, because everything that Julio is alleging is stuff that we never really saw on the season. So if I have to judge it based on what we did see, Julio was distant. He was absent. He was absent-minded. Honestly, he was just terrible all around. He was uninteresting, unentertaining, just a complete dud in every sense of the word. That was Julio on the season. Kirsten at least put in some effort. She tried to make the relationship work. She wanted Julio to come to the Netherlands. He just backed out of everything. And so, yes, when she says that he was looking for an excuse to blame her, I can really see that because, of course, Julio didn't bring any of these receipts throughout the season, and this stuff happened allegedly before they even filmed the season. So we went on for a whole season, well, 3 episodes, because like I said, this couple was a dud, a complete dud. But 3 episodes, we went on with them, and there was no talk whatsoever about any of this. But then he waits and he brings it at the tell-all. Why? Because his PR, like his image, took a beating in the process. People started kind of hating on him until, of course, they forgot about him. That was early on in the season when he was on. His image kind of took a beating. And so I guess he wanted to make himself look better. So I can see where Kirsten is coming from, that Julio was looking for an excuse not only to break up with her, but now even to make her look bad. I'm just leaning slightly Kirsten here because there's something about Julio. I just don't believe this guy. Like, it doesn't make any sense. If you were so concerned about her cheating on you and you had all of this information, why didn't you drop it before? Like, this makes absolutely no sense. It just looks like he's just trying to make an excuse for the whole thing now. All right, so when Julio was asked if he met the woman while he was dating Kirsten, he claimed he was with Kirsten in September of 2022 and DJing at a wedding. He said the woman in question was simply also attending the wedding. Kirsten added that she saw Julio and the woman following each other and liking each other's posts. Kirsten added that Julio suddenly broke up with her and then went on vacation with the woman. However, Julio claims he and the woman followed each other only after the breakup. Shekinah then asked how Julio and the woman found each other if they weren't in touch after the wedding. Kirsten declared Julio was lying because she could tell he was already in love with the woman, which made him act so cold with Kirsten on the FaceTime call. "And this is the woman that you were dating today?" asked Sean Robinson. Julio replied, "Yes, I'm currently seeing her." Julio said he found the woman's profile through Instagram because they had been tagged in the same photos from the wedding. Julio did not reveal anything else about his new girlfriend and has deleted all his tag photos from his IG profile. Kirsten mentioned that his girlfriend was a makeup artist. Julio has yet to reveal the woman's identity on social media, and her name was beeped out when Kirsten said it. This could mean Julio will appear in a new spinoff with the new girlfriend after 90 Day Fiancé The Other Way Season 5. Until that happens, fans could try and put their detective hats on and see who this mystery woman is. Now, of course, he has deleted any mentions of her, and his Instagram is just kind of plain and kind of boring. There's this picture of him and Daniel Gates back from August. I guess they were filming or something. They had some kind of function related with TLC, but of course they're both from the New York area, and so they probably just met up. And so a lot of his pictures are older, and so he's likely deleted most of everything. If we look at his stories, this tell-all is extra juicy tonight. I'll be going on live to discuss what wasn't shown. He's just posting or resharing some of his own clips. So that's kind of the story with Julio and Kirsten. And, if we look at, people's thoughts and opinions on us, there was this one person on Reddit who believed that everyone was kind of roasting Johan, but no one really cared about Kirsten, or the other way around. Actually it's the other way around, but people really said that it was mainly Tim that was kind of, roasting Kirsten. He also went, after Johan as well, calling him a scammer and stuff like that. So Tim was kind of a little bit all over the place, even though he didn't add all that much to me. And I do think that he's a little redundant and he's on just too many of these shows without necessarily adding a ton. That's just my opinion. But what do you guys make of this whole Julio and Kirsten relationship breakup? Were you guys able to get the information that you wanted from the alleged receipts that were shown? I'm not sure that we saw enough from either side. It's a bit of a he said, she said. Well, I recorded her, but in the recording, it didn't necessarily prove that she cheated. And then Kirsten saying that, well, actually, it was Julio who cheated, because he met this other woman while he was with me and probably cheated before we ended our relationship. I'm a little more inclined to believe Kirsten, but not sure that I really care one way or another. The whole relationship was kind of pointless, and I don't know why it took so long or so much time out of the tell-all to explain this relationship that was never even really important on this current season of The Other Way, because it just lasted 3 episodes, and it was clear that this couple was not into it. And as Kirsten said, and, this is why I kind of take her side just a little bit here, because on the episodes that we did see, Julio's body language, his interest in Kirsten was just completely not existed. He looked like he wanted to be anywhere other than with Kirsten or on 90 Day Fiancé, which is another reason why I doubt that TLC is going to be running and calling Julio to get him to come back. This guy was a dud, and I just never want to see him back on the show again. If TLC wants bad ratings, then they'll give him a call. Otherwise, they probably won't. But look, I'll ask you guys, do you guys want to see Julio back with his new mystery girlfriend? Let me know in the comment section down below. What did you make of the Kirsten versus Julio, the receipts thing? Are you on any side? Are you on Kirsten's side? Are you on Julio's side? Or are you on neither side? I think that's kind of where I stand right now. But if I had to, take a chance, somebody forced me, probably pick Kirsten. I just didn't really believe much of what Julio had to say. But that's just me. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Please give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button down below for more content right here on the channel. And I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.